Hey guys, Ashli with an I here. Welcome back to my channel where we're striving to become healthy and whole His way every day. Today, I'll be doing a book review of Lysa Terkeurst's book, Uninvited. The subtitle of it is Living Loved When You Feel Less Than, Left Out, or Lonely. And in a nutshell, the book is about rejection. It's such a relevant topic that I don't think anyone in this life has ever avoided. I just wanted to share some great nuggets that Lysa put in the book and honestly encourage all of you guys to buy it yourself and just really chew on the message that she has and do some self-reflection and hopefully come out on the other side a little bit stronger than you were before you read it. Now first, what is rejection? I feel like we all know, but I just want to define it just to be sure. Rejection is the dismissing of a proposal, an idea, a person, a thing, a thought, anything. It's just dismissing or refusing anything. Some common synonyms include non-acceptance, abandonment, and exclusion. So one thing Lysa says in the book when it comes to addressing the rejection in your life is that in light of God's deep affection, we no longer have to live in fear of rejection. The more we fully invite God in, the less we feel uninvited by others. Now imagine if every room that we walked in, as Lysa says, living loved, which means we walk in knowing that we are already accepted, that we are already loved, that we're already chosen, despite what the people in the room think. For some reason, it has become human nature to care more about the opinions of those right in front of us than the truth of what God has to actually say about us. One person may not think you're qualified, and for some people, that leads them to question themselves. But what if despite that person thinking that we're not qualified, we remember that God already equips us and that if we're in the room, we belong. Pick a day this week, and when you're in a situation where you feel like someone is rejecting you or disqualifying you or trying to exclude you, remember and rehearse to yourself, I am already equipped. I am already here. I'm already loved. I'm already chosen. Listen, let me not start singing Gyra. But seriously, be intentional about that this week. And I promise you, it will make a difference. So one of the quotes that she mentions throughout the book, and I need to read this so that way I get it right. Okay, so it's inspiration and information without application will not lead to transformation. It's basically saying, hey, you can read this book, you can read any book, all right, and be inspired by it. But if you do not take the tools and the resources and the tips in that book and actually apply it to your life, you'll never change. My pastor says it really well. He says a lot of people can be teachable, but they can't be changeable. So one thing that I strive for when I'm reading is what am I learning, but also how am I letting this apply to my life and transform how I act and my perspective on things. So this next part is particularly interesting because I never saw rejection as being linked to a mindset of lack or scarcity. So I'm going to read to you guys an excerpt from Lysa's book, and I really want you guys to pay attention to what she has to say when it comes to connecting rejection and scarcity. From Genesis 1, the pattern of abundance is lived out all the way until Genesis 47. Then things change in a dramatic way. In that chapter, Pharaoh dreams that there will be a famine in the land. So Pharaoh gets organized to administer, control, and monopolize the food supply. Pharaoh introduces the principle of scarcity into the world economy. For the first time in the Bible, someone says, "There's not enough, let's get everything." The book of Exodus records the contest between the liturgy of generosity and the myth of scarcity, a contest that still tears us apart today. As I studied these scriptures, I really felt I was beginning to understand how this relates to my struggle with rejection. If I look at my dreams, desires, and hopes for the future as coming from a place of scarcity and the world's limited supply, it will constantly feed the notion that someone else's success is a threat to mine. In other words, this person's getting opportunities means less opportunities for me. When I read that, I was mind blown. Recently, I had a job interview and it was down to me and one other person, and I didn't get the job. I was very happy that he got the job and honestly at peace with it, because the reality is, instead of looking at the rejection or being turned down from the job as a missed opportunity, I tried to see things from God's perspective and remember, hey, he may have gotten this opportunity, but that doesn't mean that there's one less opportunity for me. It just means that there's something else out there. So just really remembering that someone else's success someone else moving up, someone else getting more money, getting more friends, getting a spouse. It doesn't mean that God is running out of those same things for you. It just means he has something different for you. Lastly, Lysa really encouraged readers to live in expectation for something else. Rejection is painful, and it's something that we experience over and over again, but rejection never has the final say. God does. Well, that was all, guys. This was a fantastic book. I honestly could have done an hour-long book review, but I definitely want you guys to read the book for yourself. I will put the link to the book down below. Honestly, it was such a life-changing book, but with anything that I read other than the Bible, reading one book is not going to change everything overnight, but it does offer fresh perspective and practical application, so that way you can start your journey of growing in the midst of rejection. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and being very loyal to coming back to my channel. I really appreciate it, especially in this season where things are really up in the air right now. As always, like this video. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe, share with your friends. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will look forward to seeing you guys in my next video.